Good evening, everyone. My name is Edgar, and this is Mystcon. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. You won't regret it, or at least not right away. We have another installation of mysteries you probably never heard of. So let's open up that brain of yours and insert these tantalizing strings that will pull on the puppet of your curiosity. Number 1. The Empty Village. In 1930, a fur trapper named Joe LaBelle went to an island that contained a small Inuit village in Canada. When he arrived, however, he couldn't find a single person anywhere. Many searches were conducted, but not a single body was ever found. The only thing they did find was 7 sled dogs that died from starvation and were buried in what seemed like a man-made grave. So what would compel an entire island worth of people to flee, or what would maybe take them away without a trace in one shot? I don't know, but it certainly sparks my curiosity. What do you guys think? Number 2. The Empty Vessel. In 1955, a merchant vessel named Joita vanished in the South Pacific. When the vessel was eventually found, there was still a great portion of it that was out of the water. In fact, they considered this vessel almost impossible to sink because of its design. When they found it, there was not a living soul in sight. The vessel originally had 25 people on board, who were never found. I wonder why they didn't just stay on that portion of the ship that was still above water. And it makes me wonder if something took them all away. Maybe it was pirates, or maybe something else. Number 3. The Empty Ocean. During an investigation into oil rights of an island named Bermeja in the Gulf of Mexico, we learned something interesting. The island doesn't exist at all. The island shows up on maps up until the 20th century off the north coast of the Yucatan. But now all they find there is water. No one knows for sure if the island ever existed or not. Or maybe it did, and the ocean reclaimed it. If you guys know anything about this one, leave a comment below. We don't have a lot of info, and I'm wondering if anyone ever bothered poking around at the ocean floor. Number 4. The Final Swim. In 1967, a man named Harold Edward Holt was serving as the 17th Prime Minister of Australia. During a weekend trip, he and his friends stopped off at Cheviot Beach. Forgive my pronunciation. They stopped at this place for a swim. Holt, an avid swimmer and fishing enthusiast, swam in the ocean and was never seen again. The witnesses say the ocean took his body out, so quick and final. What followed was one of the largest search operations in Australian history, but the body was never found. Many theories popped up surrounding this event, including a potentially faked death, a suicide, or even CIA involvement. But this is one more mystery that seems will never be answered. It was well known that Harold Edward Holt was very familiar with the waters in the area and spent a lot of time with them. So how could he accidentally be taken away by the forces he was so aware of? Number 5. And this is a good one. The Kentucky Meat Shower. No, this is not the title of an adult film. In fact, this is the name given to one of the creepiest and weirdest things that we have seen. Once upon a time, in 1876, Mrs. Crouch was making soap outside her house and noticed something falling from the sky. Certain that it was divine signs from God, she realized quickly what was falling from the sky was meat. The end result is that an area of about 100 by 50 yards was included in what appeared to be meat rain, which gave this event its common name, the Kentucky Meat Shower. The most widely accepted theory is that the meat was either the lungs of a horse or a human infant's lungs, which, if you ask me, is kind of a wide range of options. But apparently, these two tissues are very similar and hard to tell apart. Finally, the generally accepted explanation is even stranger. It is that lizards vomited the meat, and it was trendy and contagious, and they all began vomiting more meat. Of all of the possible answers, I highly suspect that lizards vomiting is not the answer, but I'm not a scientist, so we'll leave that to the experts to see what they can come up with. Well, guys, that wraps it up for me tonight. Thank you so much for joining me on this fun adventure of these mysteries you probably never heard of. If you have any information on any of them, please include them below. Or if you'd like to see one of these topics fleshed out into a full episode, you let us know that as well, and we'll see what we can do. So, enjoy the rest of your evening. And until next time, my name is Edgar, and you're watching Mystcon. Have a creepy day.